They risk their lives every day to protect our country, but some members of the U.S. military aren't getting protection they need right here at home. Dozens of military families say they're getting sick from toxic mold that's growing all over their homes at a Navy base in Norfolk, Virginia. Here's CNN's Deborah Farrick.
Norfolk Naval Base in Virginia is the largest in the world, home to the U.S. Atlantic Fleet. But it's facing a crisis.
I'm, in essence, combating a war on two fronts.
I don't feel safe in these houses. I've never not felt safe in a house.
A crisis that has turned dozens of military families, their children and pets into virtual refugees, holed up in cramped hotel rooms for weeks at a time. They call this hotel wing the mold wing.
She was hospitalized.
Displaced families who tell us they or their kids are sick after living in rotting homes and being exposed in some cases to unhealthy levels of mold. Jaro Bliss runs Lincoln Military Housing, a private company that took over Navy family housing 7 years ago. Under the terms of the contract, within a 2-year period, all homes were supposed to be brought up to a suitable level. Was that done, in your opinion? And by suitable, I mean all of them livable.
Yes, I believe it was under the terms of our agreement with the Navy.
Yet military spouses we spoke with tell a very different story.
The second story was sinking into the first.
A story of decaying homes and well-meaning but incompetent maintenance people.
Is it fair to say that Lincoln was simply fixing the same problem over and over and over again?
It's almost kind of like they just put lipstick on a pig. It's still a pig.
Lincoln knew it was inheriting hundreds of older, poorly built homes.
I understand why some of the families are frustrated in this issue. I'd be frustrated too with some of the things that went on.
After a series of local news reports, town hall meetings have been packed with dozens of military families complaining of health problems. U.S. Senator Mark Warner, who himself has a daughter with asthma, listened in disbelief.
It's been 20 years in business. Scott and I both did. This is not a way to run a business.
Lincoln representatives were denying there was a problem. The Navy was denying there was a problem. Now, all of a sudden, there's been a 180-degree reversal, and you guys are now acting on it.
Well, we've made mistakes, and we're not happy about what happened here.
One of our lessons learned has been, in this particular partnership and for the time being, that we need to increase the amount of oversight that we provide sort of at the deck plate level.
Homes are now being patched. Almost 90 have now been remediated for mold.
Lincoln and the Navy are not doing this out of the goodness of their heart. They're doing it because they got caught.
They got caught.
Deborah Farrick is in New York. She joins us live. So it's just astounding. I would never want to move back into those homes. Where's the Navy in all of this?
You know, that's what's so interesting. I think when this all happened, when the military transferred family housing over to private companies, the Navy, they were happy about that because it took off the burden of being a landlord on them. But although they were supposed to go in, inspect the homes, make sure the proper work was being done, really they sort of relegated that responsibility because they trusted their partner. Their partner was Lincoln. And unfortunately, in this particular area, that was not being done. And a lot of the women we spoke to said that they felt intimidated by certain representatives, certain agents of Lincoln. They said they would complain and either nothing was done, or they were told that they were crazy, or they were told that they weren't taking care of their homes. It really was kind of a very difficult situation, and they weren't getting the kind of answers that they wanted to be getting.
I mean, you have kids, and you got to live in that kind of environment, and even if they say that the mold is gone, I don't know, you'd be afraid to move back in.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. You know, one woman, that's exactly what she said. She said these homes should have been condemned, and she just, whatever they do to these homes right now, she just does not have the peace of mind that it's going to be safe for her and her family to live in.
Deborah Farrick, thank you. You can catch Deborah's report, Toxic Homefront, in its entirety this weekend as part of a special CNN Presents, airs Sunday night at 8 p.m. Eastern.